Hi, this is Marlon with another tutorial video on using Heath Q24. Today we're going to talk about setting up some scenes. So I'm going to hit the scene button over here, and let's do a new scene here. Well, let's create it before we do that. Let's go to our processing. I have everything muted right now, and I'm again, just for good practice, I'm going to leave effects, sends, and returns up at around -5 dB. Okay, so let's go ahead and program some stuff. Let's program a simple instrument and vocal setup. I've already pre-planned this, and so I'm going to say that for my setup, I'm going to be using let's do 4 vocalists. Okay, so I'm going to unmute these. And then my instruments are going to come in. I have a guitar at 9, a bass at 10, another guitar, 11, 12, and some drums. So I have, again, I'm just going to bump these up just to show what I'm doing. I have those microphones and 4 vocalists. A very simple setup. Again, I have these 4, these here. And this would be a typical setup that we use in our chapel. We have 4 vocalists, maybe 5 instrumentalists, and let's add a stereo 3 input because maybe we'll play an iPod or some music when people are coming in. Go to my layers button. Let's go ahead and leave those unmuted. Stereo 1, 2, stereo 2, leave stereo 3. I'm just going to put that up. Okay, so again, we have these mics, these instruments, and a stereo 3 selector. We're going to go ahead and leave our effects because we might use those. What I'd like to do right now is just go ahead and pre-plan some stuff. Let's go to channel 1. I'm going to reset this. I'm going to reset the gate, hit the EQ, reset that, and reset that. Let me show you a quick function here. We have some buttons up here. We have copy and paste. So right now what I just did is I had channel 1 and I cleared it out. Well, what if I want to copy that setting that I did to 1 and I want to duplicate it to those 4? I simply hit copy. I hit the select button, and it's going to copy all those settings. I hit paste, and I paste it to 2, I paste it to 3, and I paste it to 4. And now all these channels should be looking the same as I press it. If you look in the window over there, again, all these channels, but this one looks a little bit different again. So 1, 2, and 3, and 4. Let's go back to channel 1. Let's set up some settings here. Let's go to our EQ setting. If I hit the function button, we have a set of presets that we can use. Again, SM58 Vox. If I hit the recall button, again, it's going to have those EQ settings, and you'll notice they're already here. I can turn them off and on doing that way, but I want to do that again for channels 2, 3, and 4. Again, I hit copy. Okay, hit the copy button, hit select. You'll see it says copy channel 1. I'm going to paste to 2, 3, and 4. A great way to get things set here. So again, let's review. I have 4 vocalists, I have about 5 instrumentalists, and then I have like an iPod and then my effects set up there. I want to save this as a scene so that when students come or someone else is running, I want them to be able to quickly access those 4 setups of microphones, instruments, and a stereo channel. So I'm going to go to scenes. I'm going to hit 3, and I'm going to give it a name. Let's give it a name. Let's call it basic. Oops. Basic chapel. And I hit OK. So now let's go back. Someone just turns on the board, and a student says, hey, what's going on today? Well, we can have our people have something really ready for us. Let's go to scenes, hit basic chapel, and hit recall. Yes, and it has it set up. So let me look at some other setups I have. I have AHC assembly. This setup here, recall it. You see the faders jump real quickly. This setup is very simple. I think it's just one microphone. So it should be just one microphone, and it's unmuted. That should be it. But let's go ahead and just store that as a stereo 3 as well. That would be a very typical Chapel. Let's mute. We don't need any effects. If, you know, just a general assembly, they want to do some music, PowerPoint, and then the person is speaking on mic 1. So let's go ahead and save that. I like that. Let's do store, override it. Yes, I'm going to override it. Let's go back to our basic chapel, hit recall. Yes. Again, our faders jump to that. We have 4 microphones, instrumentalist, and stereo channel 3. Let's go back to our AHC assembly, hit recall. Yes, it jumps to that. We have 1 mic ready to go, and it's wonderful. So this is a quick way that we can set up things for rehearsals. Say you have a duet. Now this applies to many more things. Let's go back to our basic chapel, recall it, yes. And then that'll also recall all the settings, even our compressors, our effects, all those things. So as we look at this, I think we can hold quite a number, at least 100 scenes, which is wonderful. And these scenes can also be backed up on a USB drive and other things. So again, that is setting up scenes very quickly, and we can name them, and they're very useful for the future. Again, if you have somebody that doesn't know a whole lot about mixing, but you can set it up for them, they can do that. And later on, we can learn how to set up scenes so that maybe we're setting up a drama, and we have a lot of microphones, and they're changing, and some mics are on and some mics are off, depending upon the scene. We can set those up and simply kind of move through them as the play goes, giving somebody a cue sheet they can work off of, and it's just wonderful. So that is simply using scenes. Again, the scene button. So that's it.